Hi, this is Don McAllister, and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online for iOS. In my short series on Office 365, last week I covered Microsoft Word on the iPad and iPhone. This week it's the turn of Microsoft Excel. So let's go across to the App Store. I've already done a quick search for Excel for iPad. You'll notice as well if I go into the reviews that there are quite a few 5-star reviews on the application. Again, similarly to Microsoft Word, it does seem to have been pretty well received by the community. Now I'll tap to start downloading, and while it's downloading, as I've explained on previous shows, Microsoft have released their Office software as free applications on the iPad and iPhone. Now you can use these apps individually for free, or you can take out a monthly or annual subscription to Office 365 and use these apps across the Mac, PC and iOS platforms using the 1 terabyte of free storage provided with Microsoft OneDrive. Okay, so that's now downloaded. Let me go ahead and tap open, and there'll be some opening screens to begin with, but we'll just quickly sort of flash past those. First one being one subscription, multiple devices. Basically your subscription covers multiple computers, iPads, iPhones, etc. Changes are saved automatically. You can actually switch that off. I'll show you that later. And just a quick word about the formula bar, how you actually go in and create formulas, but I'll show you that also. Right, so now we're at the sign in. What I thought I would do before we jump in and have a look at the Office 365 setup is to go ahead and tap this sign in later button and basically show you what you can do if you've decided not to go ahead with an Office 365 subscription. You just want to use the application, the free application on its own. So let me go ahead and tap sign in later. Okay, so now we're at the standard sort of opening screen. Don't forget, I've not signed in, so you'll see at the top, it doesn't give my name, it just says sign in. From this point, I can actually go in, I can create new documents. All these templates are available to me. So if I just go in and create a new blank workbook, you'll see that's fine. I'll need to show you where you can save this though. So let me just make a few changes. If I just double tap in the cell, and I'll just put some text in here. I'll just say text. I'll show you more depth how you actually go ahead and populate your spreadsheet. I just wanted to show you where you can save it now. So if I tap on the icon in the top corner, you'll see I can save it locally. The OneDrive entry doesn't appear, but I can save it locally to my iPad. Okay, I tap on there. Or I could add a place. So I can sign into a cloud service. So if I have a OneDrive account, perhaps without the Office 365, I could sign in there. I could sign into the SharePoint site URL. Now I can't save to Dropbox, unfortunately. You can save to Dropbox if you are signed in as an Office 365 subscriber. But one thing I wanted to show you is this more. If I tap on more, you actually get access to iCloud Drive. So I could save this document in any of my iCloud Drive folders. And of course, everybody who has an Apple ID or an iCloud ID does have access to iCloud Drive. I can go in here, I can go into my numbers folder. You'll see there's one there already that's been saved as an XLSX file. If I just say move to this location, and if I go back to open, go back to more, and go to numbers, there is the workbook. So I can tap on there and load that in from iCloud Drive. Now the beauty of that, of course, is that that will now be synchronized with my Mac as well. And numbers on the Mac can open Excel files, so I'd still be able to use this particular file across on my Mac. Saving these files to your iCloud Drive account does have an added benefit in that they will then become available to you when you're offline with your iPad as well. I've noticed that with the OneDrive service, it doesn't cache the files offline. So if you do want to use your OneDrive files, you first have to copy them to your iPad before going offline. Whereas with iCloud Drive, that synchronizes automatically in the background. Okay, but that was just a quick diversion. Let me go in and sign in as my full Office 365 user. So if I tap in sign in, so enter my account name, we'll say next. This is a Microsoft account. So I need to put in my password. And once we've done that, we'll say sign in. So that gives me access to my OneDrive account via the internet. If you go back to the Mac show, you'll see there was the analysis document that was shared with me across on the Mac show. And then I've got 3 other documents here which we'll take a look at during this particular demo. Let's go back to new and let's start off with the UI elements of Microsoft Excel on the iPad. To get the full version of this tutorial completely for free, as well as immediate access to over 500 other Apple-related tutorials, all you need to do is visit scofree.com to register for your 14-day no-obligation free trial Screencasts Online membership. So that's scofree.com to register for your 14-day free trial membership.